It's just a question I have. Your safety seem to be pretty much set with Barnett and Bryant. How is that star, the nickelback, how are the personnel going to look at that position?
Well, I think the one thing we're trying to do is get the best players on the field. Through camp, what we've done is we've tried to rotate a number of guys at the star position. Corey Brown has been a guy that's gotten a bunch of work there. Christian Brown will still, give us some work there. He's played there in the past. We've also used Devin Bogart, true freshman there. So I think we've got a number of guys that can play that position, and as we go this week, we'll kind of figure out the best guy for that job this week.
Is there still a guy in the mix that would play safety and move one of the other guys to star? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan. If we were to use Christian as the star, or he would be the first guy probably in at safety.
Left front, Rusty.
Rusty Miller, AD. Could you just talk a little bit about the linebacker position, the way they've developed, concerns you might have, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses might be?
Well, I think we've, over the course of camp, we've developed, several guys that can play at that position. Curtis Grant, I think, has had the last week or so, probably had as good a camp as he's had, obviously, the first part. Sabino's really done a good job at that position. I think getting Ryan Shazier back helps us at that position. He's such a talent there. So it's just a matter of trying to develop some of those young guys, the David Perkins and some of those guys, trying to get, enough depth there. Today's game, it's really hard to play with a true 4-3 package. Because of all the spread offenses, so nickel becomes a big part of what you do. So again, trying to find the best 4 or 5 linebackers that can help you, really at the mic and the wheel, And if you've got a special guy at Sam that can play in the game, then you have to put him on the field also.
Far left, Lori.
You alluded to using a nickel package frequently. Probably even more so the case with Miami. Do you expect them to be as pass-reliant as they were last season?
Well, I've got to believe that's got to be a strength of theirs. They got a talented quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I think their passing game has been, pretty good over the last, year or so. They do some unique things in their passing game, and that's where they're successful. If you look at them, from the beginning of last year till the end of last year, they kind of relied heavily on the pass. So for them to get away from that, I wouldn't think they would do that.
Front, Doug.
Doug Harris, Indiana News. Sabino's been a guy that's kind of underperformed, I think, in a lot of people's minds. Looks like he's maybe poised to do something different this year. In your nickel package, I guess he'd be a Mike and maybe Shazier on the field. Maybe talk about that with us.
Well, when you say underperformed, we've hit restart around here, so maybe that was last year. He's had a pretty good camp for us so far. We would put him in a position to be the Mike linebacker and Ryan be the wheel. I feel like that gives us 2 guys, obviously a senior guy that's played a lot of snaps, leadership, and another guy that's really athletic. So I think it's 2 pretty good guys in there to be in that nickel package.
Far left, Matt.
Matt McCoy, WTBN. You got veterans coming back on defense, but look, the 2 there's I think 8 freshmen, 2 freshmen are redshirt. Talk about those guys and the youth that is being injected in defense. How big of an impact are those freshmen going to have week 1 and through the course of the year?
Well, anytime you have a number of freshmen in your 2D, one, you're hoping that you can gradually, implement them into your package. Hopefully you get them some playing time, and they grow and they get better as year goes on. You hopefully that makes you better, week 7, 8, and 9, with those guys playing. This was a talented class of freshmen, and when you go out and recruit a talented class, you talk about them playing, and in your mindset as a staff, you're trying to find a way to get them on the field. And I think through what we've done, and Coach Meyer's philosophy is, there's no need of redshirting talented guys playing. So I think that's what we're trying to get done.
Far left in red.
Dan Hope from the Lantern. Two guys who Coach Meyer mentioned who really made a big jump this year are Garrett Goebel and Travis Howard. What have you seen from them that really helped them to improve, getting ready for the season?
Probably from the first day of camp, maybe even through spring practice, you saw Garrett Goebel just be a consistent guy and a lunch pail guy, a hard worker every day. Maybe not the most talented guy, interior guy that you could have, but a worker, a guy that's going to give you a good day's work every day. And I think that's what you've seen out of him. Travis Howard is when you look at cornerbacks and you start looking at size and speed and what they look like, Travis looks like what a cornerback should look like. Now the consistency, we want to see the consistency throughout the season, but through the last 2-3 weeks of camp, he's been as good a corner as as I've been around.
Far right over here, Aaron.
Aaron Goldstein, WBNS TV. Since Coach Meyer's come in, so much of the focus has been on the offense and the new offense he's installing. Do you sense at all that the defensive players use that as motivation to say, "Hey, don't forget about us"?
I don't think so. I mean, I think our guys are smart enough and understand the game enough that when you turn on any college football game nowadays, everybody talks about the offense. That's just the nature of the beast right now. I think we also know that we have to stop people on defense to give us a chance to win, and that's the big thing that we want to try to do, is be effective on defense and give our ball back to our offense as much as possible.
Middle left, Jared.
Hey, Everett, Jared Small.
Hey, Jay.
Have you ever coached a game at Ohio State? Been at Ohio State?
No.
I'm just curious, as somebody coming into it with a fresh perspective, what are you most excited to see? And obviously you want to coach the football game, but
Right.
there's a reason that people are so passionate about it. What are you most curious about seeing? What do you hope to experience Saturday?
Double zeros on the clock and us winning the game. This is one of the top places in America, and I've coached in some other places. I've coached at Texas, and I've been around that stuff. But this is one of those places that it'd be fun to see the stands and see the people, and I think our kids will be so excited about the game, to see them play at another notch. Hopefully you see that in the ball game. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see how our young guys, handle the excitement Saturday.
Far left, Lori.
Lori Schmidt, one fan. You mentioned your young guys, but there's Nathan Williams who's been trying to make it all the way back after surgery.
Right.
Urban said that this was a big day for him. If he is able to get in there, even on a limited basis, what kind of lift would it be for the team to see a guy like that battle all the way back?
Well, I mean, I think our defensive football team, and I'm sure our offensive part of our football team, has a lot of respect for Nathan and what he's done, and obviously it provides another guy in the depth chart for us, which helps. But I think the leadership that he'll bring and his ability, his production, and that type of stuff, I think it would provide a big lift for our football team.
Last couple questions in here. Ed, far back left.
Hi, Everett. Ed Muller, Chris Newman's the League of Football. You're starting Curtis Grant this year, middle linebacker, which is a pivotal position, obviously, on defense. He's a bit inexperienced, his first year starter. How much responsibility does he have on the field, calling plays and making adjustments? Has he got a lot of responsibilities?
Well, anytime you're the middle linebacker, you're the quarterback of the defense. And you've got to be able to make calls, you've got to be able to make adjustments, you've got to be able to get guys lined up, especially the front four. I think the one thing that's really helpful for Curtis is that, he's got guys like Garrett Goebel up front and, Jonathan Hankins up front. Those guys up front now, when you got two guys like that up front in front of you, a middle linebacker should enjoy that, and I think he'll do it. I think he'll do a good job. I think the experience he got last year obviously helped him this year.
Very front, Bill?
You and Luke have something in common, obviously, last year's situation, and you coming in, they've got some established coaches, you're one of the new coaches. How's that all meshed in the room? Can you talk about the dynamics there?
It's been good. I think the biggest thing is you know, when I came here, I told Luke, I said, look, I'm here to help. You know, I'm here to help, lend ideas, here to help. I said, I've done it, you know, at other stops. You've done it here for a long, long time. This place has been successful on defense. I said, there's no need to change it a whole lot. I said, we just need to, if there's something that we can enhance, let's do it. Let's make it better. And that's what we try to do as a staff, is just make sure we get the best 11 guys on the field. You know, we take a lot of credit as coaches sometimes, but obviously if you get the best players on the field, it gives you a lot better chance of winning.
What do you think you've contributed?
Well, I just hopefully ideas and coverage schemes and, you know, pressure schemes and, you know, that type of thing. I mean, that's what I've been a part of the last 4 or 5 years.
Coach, thank you very much. We'll have